What are the most loved cars by their owners that they keep forever? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. If an owner keeps the same car for over 15 years, chances are they are extremely happy with it. So we're going to find out which specific cars are most likely to experience that you should probably buy. This report comes from iSeeCars, a reputable car buying and research company which analyzed nearly 1 million older cars to determine which ones are most likely to be kept by the original owners. So let's get right into it, starting with the first car of the list that comes in the number 13 spot. And that car is the Subaru Forester. According to iSeeCars, 5.5% of Subaru Foresters that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. That's a long time to hold on to any car, and it's no real surprise. Foresters are generally well known for their excellent reliability and high owner satisfaction, so they are excellent vehicles to keep until the wheels fall off. The next car on the list that comes in the number 12 spot is the Honda Ridgeline. Again, 5.5% of Ridgelines that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. The Ridgeline is a bit of a hidden gem in the truck world. They may not be full-blown trucks, but they are extremely versatile, practical, comfortable to drive, and they are incredibly reliable and long-lasting. What more could you really ask for in a reasonably priced truck like this? The same is true of the next vehicle that comes in the number 11 spot, which is the Toyota Tundra. Again, Tundras are historically famous for their incredible reliability and ability to tolerate heavy abuse, so they are the perfect truck to keep for over 15 years. The new ones do have a new turbo engine, which has been showing some quality concerns. So it remains to be seen whether Toyota can fix those issues and maintain that reputation. But if you are shopping for a used one made before 2022, you cannot go wrong. The next car of the list that came in the number 10 spot definitely came as a big surprise to me, and that car is the Nissan Versa. 5.7% of Versas that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. But I believe the high owner satisfaction and high owner retention rate on the older Versas that were made before 2010 are because back then they actually were pretty well-made cars and pretty simple with a conventional 4-speed automatic transmission, which changed after 2011 when Nissan switched over to their far more problematic CVT. And I'm willing to bet that the owner retention rate on the newer Versas is going to be nowhere near as good. In any case, let's move on to the next car of the list that came in the number 9 spot, which is the Lexus IS350. 5.8% of IS350s that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. And that high owner satisfaction all comes down to reliability. The IS is extremely well made, long-lasting, and the only luxury car to make the list. And the great news is that if you want a brand new one, Lexus has not changed much. They still use the same durable V6 engine and 6-speed transmission as they did in the past. So you can't go wrong choosing this car. The next car on the list that came in the number 8 spot is another safe, predictable choice, and that is the Toyota RAV4. 6.2% of RAV4s that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. The RAV4 might not be an exciting SUV, but it is very reliable, well-made, and inexpensive to own, which is part of what has made it the best-selling passenger vehicle in North America. As far as SUVs go, this one is a no-brainer. The next vehicle on the list that came in the number 7 spot, however, is definitely more of a surprise, and that vehicle is the Ford Escape Hybrid. This is the first hybrid to make the list, and it is a good one. Although Ford's EcoBoost engines are arguably quite bad, there are no major reliability concerns with the hybrid, and considering that the new one continues to use the same simple hybrid engine that Ford has been using for 20 years, this one is a safe bet. And next up in the number 6 spot, we have the Honda CR-V. 6.3% of CR-Vs that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. Like the RAV4, the CR-V frequently makes the top of the list of the safest, most reliable SUVs. And the newest version is no different. In fact, the CR-V Hybrid is one of my top SUV picks, so it's great to see it make the list. Next up in the number 5 spot, we have another top pick of mine, and that is the Toyota Prius. 6.3% of Priuses that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. As far as hybrids go, you really can't find a safer choice than this. And despite concerns that some may have about hybrid battery failure, the fact is that many Prius owners keep their cars for over 15 years and are happy with them, which should put any concerns to rest. The next vehicle that comes in the number 4 spot is another truck, and that is the Toyota Tacoma. Anyone who knows trucks was probably waiting to see this one come up. Tacomas are legendary for their no-nonsense reliability, so the fact that their owners hold on to them longer than any other truck is really no surprise. Whether the new ones with their turbo engines can keep that trend alive remains to be seen. In any case, let's move on to the next vehicle that came at number 3, and that is the Toyota Highlander. 6.6% of Highlanders that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner. The Highlander has long been one of my top recommendations for 3-row SUVs. It's reliable, well-made, inexpensive to own, and offers unbeatable value for the money. It's not the fanciest SUV, but you would be hard-pressed to find something more sensible than this. That is, unless it's the car that comes in the number 2 spot, which is the Toyota Camry Hybrid. 6.9% of Camrys that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner, and the hybrid version is the one that owners keep the longest. So much for hybrid battery failure concerns, and that's great news, considering that the new Camry only comes as a hybrid, using the same proven hybrid system that Toyota has been using for ages. So if you want a sensible mid-sized car, you cannot go wrong with this one. And finally, that brings us to the number 1 car that owners keep the absolute longest, and that car is the Toyota Highlander Hybrid. 7% of Highlander hybrids that are over 15 years old are kept by the original owner, which is quite an achievement. And who is surprised really? You get excellent reliability, superb fuel efficiency, all wrapped in a spacious, family-sized 3-row SUV. What's not to like? In fact, Toyota had 7 of the 13 models make the list. So when it comes to vehicle brands, Toyota is most likely to be the one to be kept by the original owner after 15 years or longer. This is followed by Honda, which comes in the number 2 spot, Lexus, which came at number 3, Mazda came at number 4, and we have Hyundai coming in at number 5, and finally Subaru, which came in number 6. It is interesting to see both Mazda and Hyundai make the list of brands that are kept the longest by their original owners, because neither brand actually had a specific model which made the list. In the case of Mazda, the company has dramatically improved over the past decade, ever since they separated from Ford, becoming largely independent. Their quality has improved to the point where they are more or less a match for the best players in the industry, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them appear on lists like this in the near future. As for Hyundai, the main reason why a large number of the older Hyundais made before 2010 are kept by the original owners is because this was before Hyundai quality took a huge nosedive and started drowning in major recalls for engine failures. Before 2010, Hyundai made pretty decent long-lasting cars, but all of that changed around 2012 when the company switched over to their latest Theta GDI engines. So I wouldn't expect to see any of these more recent models make the list. So there you have it. After watching this video, would you consider buying any of these particular vehicles? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can take a look at my other videos by clicking the links in the corner. You can follow me on Instagram, and if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.